I would like to introduce Pearla to you. It's kind of hard to see her right now because she's buried in the hay. But eventually she'll come up out and show her beautiful face. But I wanted to share her story with you. Pearla was sold to a lady from a pet store for the lady's child. Of course, she was sold as a single pig in a way too small cage because pet stores just really don't care. They're all about making a profit. They really don't care about the guinea pigs, and a lot of them, they just don't understand the needs of a guinea pig. So Pearla was sold as a single pig when she was a baby to this lady for her child. Of course, the classic story, the child grew tired of Pearla, and Pearla found herself neglected in a corner, alone, in a way too small cage. Well, the lady finally decided to give Pearla to my co-worker's daughter. Of course, the daughter was excited at first because Pearla is very beautiful. She had very long hair, and they enjoyed brushing her hair. But eventually, the child grew tired of Pearla, and there again, she was left neglected in a way too small pen. And the co-worker reached out to me and asked me if I would take her. Of course, I said yes. So I brought her home and introduced her to at that time I had 4 piggies. And Pearla was terrified of the other piggies. And her hair was matted and filled with hay and poop. And hay and poop was intertwined in her long hair. And so it took me 2 days to get all her hair clipped. I basically just cut it all off and gave her a bath. The bottom of her feet were scalded from urine, and she was terrified of the other piggies. There was a serious socialization problem going on. I really didn't think that she was going to be able to be integrated with the piggies, because every time somebody would come near her, she would let out this blood-curdling scream. Of course, she had been through a traumatic experience because I spent the 2 days trying to get her hair to where you can get a comb through it and get it all. Basically, I just shaved her butt and just to try to get her clean, and I kept having to put medicine on her feet, antibiotic ointment and stuff. So she was not happy with me either. And every time she was in a corner of the pen by herself I put a water bottle and some hay there with her because I didn't know she would ever come out and be with the other piggies. She would scream this horrible scream. This went on for days. I slept in the living room because I was just trying so hard to get her to be able to socialize with the pigs, and I almost gave up. I thought, there's no way she's just going to have to be a lone pig for the rest of her life. And I thought, well, I'll have I'll separate a spot with her so she can socialize through the grids. Well, my boss pig at the time, Priscilla, after a couple days of this, Priscilla came over and just stood and stared at Pearla. And Pearla started screaming and screaming and screaming. It was almost like when the fire alarm goes off in your house, when you burn something. It was just this high-pitched scream. So Priscilla just stood there for, I don't know, might have been 5 minutes, I don't know. It seems like a long time, 3 to 5 minutes maybe. Just stood there and stared at her. Finally, Pearla realized, okay, this pig is not going away. And so Pearla stopped screaming, and she realized, okay, it's not really so bad having another pig near me. And then from that, she came out and started socializing and being with the other pigs. And now she's sort of one of the boss pigs. But she's not bossy in a mean way, but she's very socialized and very friendly, and she gets along with with all the pigs, but she holds her own. You know, nobody crosses Pearla. It's just kind of like an unspoken thing, I guess, where, you know, if Pearla wants to lay in this bed, you know, we just let her lay in the bed. But Pearla has definitely taken ownership of the pen and has come into her own and does really well with the other pigs. And she's now one of my senior pigs. I wish she would come out a little bit more so you can see her beautiful face. But here she is. I mean, you can see her in the hay with the other pigs, and she's fine. So a piggy that I almost gave up on, that I didn't think would ever be able to, oops, sorry. I didn't think she would ever be able to be socialized, has done very, very well, and she is definitely a very integrated part of the herd. She's a very, very beautiful piggy. I keep my long-haired pigs, I keep their hair cut fairly short because I just feel, well, for two reasons. One, I don't like having too much hair around their butt area because I know they poop a special poop that's almost like a vitamin. I forget what it's called. Some of you probably know the name. But it's a special poop that they poop, and basically it contains a lot of vitamins, and it's really important that they eat that. That's the only poop that they eat. They don't eat all their poop, but it's just that special poop. And so it's really important that they have that. And I feel if there's a lot of hair down there, or if it's too hard to get to it, it may cause some problems with them eating that special poop. So I definitely keep their butt shaved and keep their hair somewhat short. But the other reason is I live in Florida and it's very humid, and even though they're in air conditioning all day, look at the camera, Pearla. See how beautiful she is. Yes, you are so beautiful. Yes, you are. You are so beautiful. Thank you for coming out. But so with Florida just being so humid and everything, even though they don't go outside and they're in air conditioning all the time, it's still, you know, it's Florida. It gets hot. So I just think they're more comfortable. And plus, navigating the pen, you know, I want them to be able to run up the ramps and run in the hay and run through. And so I do keep their hair kind of short. But you can see her. I forget what breed she is, but it's the one where their hair goes every which way. So you can kind of see the calyx in her hair there, but I do keep it clipped fairly short, and I keep her butt trimmed because I made a promise to her that she will never ever have to have all that matted up hair. It was so bad. When I got done with her, I could have probably had 2 piggies out of the hair that was left over. It was just a mess. But she's doing so well now, and she's very, like I said, very socialized and just very confident, a very confident piggy. She went from a very shy, very frightened piggy to a very confident piggy. And so, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I just wanted to show off beautiful Pearla. So I wanted you to meet my Pearla and hear a little bit about her story and how she came into her own. My very confident, very bold and poised lady piggy, my Pearla. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.